How is everyone doing? Welcome or welcome back to another video. Today, I'm gonna build a lineup for NBA Sorare, which is a new platform, which is basically an NFT version for fantasy sports. Now, me being an NBA guy, I got into it recently because they just launched it for the NBA with the beginning of the season. And what I'm going to do today is just shortly show you what cards I bought to myself in their marketplace, what's the lineups I'm going to play for this week's games, give a few of my takeaways, and that's pretty much it. So without further ado, let's just jump into it. So this is my recent purchases. I got myself a Shaedon Sharpe, a Sexton, DeRozan, Tyrese Halliburton. Here you can see the price I paid for them. Maybe I overpaid for some of them. Some of them has an inflated price like Sharpe because Lillard is injured for the next 2 weeks, so Sharpe should get a bump in his scoring. And as you're aware, in fantasy cap, you live and die by the salary cap. And Shaedon Sharpe's salary right now is at 11 points, which gives him a significant value. Because I think just in his last game, he had like about, I don't know, 15 points. No, sorry, he scored 15 points, but as far as fantasy points, he had 26 points. So it's over 2x what his salary cap is. So it's a really good buy. That's why I got it. It's got a lot of upside in this week's slate. So I got myself these 4 players. Also got these 4. Portis I got as a gift. And I'm trying to sell him to get some more liquidity. Kuminga, I'm trying to sell as well because I want to buy instead of Kuminga, Moses Moody. Also got myself Benedict Mathurin, Kendrick Nunn, Terrence Ross, Anthony Simons, Javon Carter, and Jordan Poole. Again, maybe for some of them I just slightly overpaid, but that's fine. I'm in here also to have fun, and this is the players I wanted to get for my first week. So let's go into playing. If I go to past, I can see my past results. And those are lineups I had in common competitions, not limited, which is very limited on what you can do because it's not like really you have a choice. You get 20 players, 20 cards to begin with, and you just got to play with what you have. So I didn't do very good. But this week, we've got some upcoming challenges ahead, both in common competitions and also in limited competitions, which is why I went ahead and spent like, I don't know, a couple of $100 on limited edition cards so I can compete in those. As you can see, rewards, they have like around 1,100 rewards to slightly less of 5,000 people. So that for now, it gives you slightly over 20% of winning a limited card. So I'm actually going to start from my limited contender. Also, just a side note, what I like to do is before I make my lineups, I go to rotowire.com NBA lineups, and I take a look. I go over it to see if there's any players that are injured, if there's any value. Like, for example, if I look at the lineups, you can tell that Cole Anthony is injured, and RJ Hampton will probably get like an upside just because in the regular game he plays like 15 minutes, and tonight he can play like 30 minutes. I checked his salary. His salary is around 15, so that's not a bad play either if you're looking for some upside plays with players that their limited card don't cost too much money. So you can see that the rest of the games, the lineups looks pretty much regular. If I take a look, regular meaning same as the last couple of games. Let me see. I see Levine is game time decision. I got myself a DeMar DeRozan, so in case Levine doesn't play, that DeRozan was a really good purchase, but it's still TBD. In the Spurs, I see Primo's out and Vassell, so that could give a pretty nice value to all of their guards, really, all of their players in general. But if you got Trey Jones or Jason Richardson or Jeremy Sohan, so you can get a pretty good value here. In Utah, everything is pretty much the same. Same as in Denver. Let me see here. In New Orleans, we know Ingram isn't playing, and the rest are, again, a game time decision, so it's a bit tricky. But it does have implications that Ingram isn't playing. Like, for example, if you got a McCollum, then which I got on my common cards, so it should have a nice upside there. And also, obviously, Portland playing without Lillard. So if you got Anthony Simons, or if you got Shaedon Sharpe off the bench, it's a very good place. So with having that in mind, let me show you my lineups. So first of all, I'm gonna start with DeMar DeRozan. I hope Levine doesn't play and then DeRozan has more data. I'm sorry, more usage rate. But even if Levine plays at a salary cap of 36, I feel comfortable with this decision. I'm gonna put Anthony Simons. I'm gonna put Shaedon Sharpe. I'm gonna go ahead and just throw both of them. I think without Lillard, there's massive upside there. So I'm gonna use them both. And now I have to still have 30 points left in my salary cap. So my options are limited. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play Javon Carter because the Bucks are playing without Middleton and Connaughton, so Javon Carter was he got a role in the starting lineup. His performance wasn't crazy in the last few games, but as long as he get me anything over 7 points, then it just helps me construct my lineup with other high value players. So I'll be fine with it. And my last play, which I consider a bit of a sneaky play. Oh, I'm sorry, I just traded Javon. Okay, so my last play, which I consider to be a bit sneaky, is Jordan Poole. So I'll tell you why I love this play. First of all, salary cap is only 22 points. And Jordan Poole is a type of player that is very inconsistent, but at some nights he can like explode. He can like score 25 points a game, have like 6 assists, get a couple steals. So I see upside here. And one of the other reasons that I really like this play is because Warriors has 2 games in this weekend, and it's back-to-back. They're playing shitty teams, and both of these teams are bad defense. They're playing Charlotte and Detroit back-to-back. So I like it for 2 reasons. One of the reasons is that because it's a back-to-back, maybe, I don't know, maybe in the second game, they'd like to give their stars like Steph or Clay. Like they'll let them play, obviously, but maybe they don't want to play Steph and Clay 38 minutes because it's back-to-back games, and they play them like 28 minutes or 30 minutes in the second game, which gives more room for Poole to overperform in one of those games. Also, they're playing bad teams relatively, like Detroit and Charlotte. It may be blowouts, and when it's a blowout, you usually just sit your stars like Steph and Clay on the bench and let some young guys like Poole, Kuminga, Moody, and James Wiseman get more minutes. If you're like blowing Charlotte by 20 points and you know you have a back-to-back game, then players like Poole, Moody, Kuminga, and also Wiseman should get a bump. So I like this play. So this is why this is how my lineup's gonna be. It's gonna be DeRozan, Anthony Simons, Shaedon Sharpe, Jordan Poole, and Javon Carter, and I'm gonna go ahead and submit that lineup. Here we go, and now I'm competing for the limited contender. Now I'm also gonna do a quick common contender lineup, and here those are the players that I got, which I got them for free. And there's only 110 points. Let's see how I can use it. So I want to play my biggest star, which is Joel Embiid. I also really want to play CJ McCollum, but I just don't think I have enough salary cap to do that. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use Alvarado, even though he's going to have a decision. I'm just gonna make the bet that he ends up playing, because I like the value. Still got 56 points left. It's a bit hard to work with what I got as far as salary cap. We live in a world of salary cap, so we gotta make adjustments accordingly. I like Winslow. I like that the Blazers are playing the Rockets, which is not a good defensive team. And Lillard is out, so I like Winslow in this here. Still got 32 points. That's kind of rough. Let's see. Here's what I'll do. I'll trade Embiid for McCollum to get a few more points. Let's see if it helps me in any way, shape, or form. I don't really expect these players to play. Maybe George Niang can give me a few minutes. Actually, I can bring Embiid back now that I see this. So let's bring Embiid back. I still got 25 points, so I can use either Brook Lopez, Darius Baisley, Drummond, Zach Collins. I would like to use Beefs too, but I'm missing a point. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just go ahead and try to use Brook Lopez in this slate. Okay. I can live with that. Or another option is to play CJ. No, actually, I think Embiid is better. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it like that. And that's pretty much it. So yeah, we got Embiid, Alvarado, Winslow, Niang, and Lopez. I don't know how I feel about this lineup. If Alvarado plays, I like this lineup. But I'm not sure how I feel. I like my first two. I'm not sure how I feel about the rest of my lineup. It's all kind of risky plays. Maybe I can play Drummond and Beef Stew instead. Not sure if this is better. I'm gonna stay with what I had prior to this. Okay, so here we go, and yeah, let's. Oh wait, let's hope for the best and good luck. And this is my lineup: Embiid, Alvarado, Lopez, Niang, and Winslow. Now let's see what I can do in my common champion. In the champion, they don't count your best player, so there's plenty of room to go as far as salary cap. Still got 33 points. That's funny. Okay, so I got McCollum quickly. Devion Mitchell, Isaiah Stewart, and Darius Baisley. Still got 9 points left, but I don't really see any better options, so it is what it is. Okay. All right, so those are going to be my lineups, and the rest of my players, yeah, I'm just going to put them on training, but I'm going to do that later to get some XP points. I'm still not sure how it works, but I'll go ahead and do that. So those would be my lineups for today. I'm mostly bullish about this lineup in the limited contender. Let me know in the comments if you like this lineup, if you have any suggestions for another player that I missed out on a low buy, on a high value. Let me know, and hope you guys enjoy this video. And that's pretty much it for today, guys. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.